Um, this is Musical Playground. I am your girl, Miss Ray, and this is
Miss Parker, hey y'all.
all right. So tonight we have the R&B singer Fortune in the building. How do you feel tonight?
What's, what's good, everybody? I'm feeling great. How y'all ladies doing tonight?
We doing all
We're
right.
doing fine. I'm glad you came in. Um,
Yeah. I had to take some time out, man. Show you some love.
yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay. So Fortune,
That's,
I've been knowing you for a minute.
yeah.
About my
Mm,
times, growing up in Flushing. So, I know you very well. And ever since I've known
absolutely.
you, you've been singing. I mean,
Singing
ever
and
since,
singing.
yeah, singing. He been singing.
He been singing.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, what I want to know is, which I don't know this part, who influenced you to pursue music?
Funny enough, Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one.
Icons.
Those
Yeah,
two are good icons.
yeah.
Exactly.
When I was really young, I used to watch them a lot, and my mother had got me the Thriller tape, like the behind the scenes and the making of Thriller. And yeah, man, that changed the game. I was like, yo, this is incredible. You know what I'm saying? So, like in public school, they used to have me sing the greatest love of all during auditorium and shit. Yeah, so yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, so where did you start? Like, when did you officially start doing music?
I officially started doing music. I would say like maybe during high school. During high school, I was in a group called Crime Lords. Um, I think it was called Crime Lords. I'm not quite sure, but it was a group of us. Me, I think Black, Wayne. It was quite a bit of us, and I was going by the name of Kid Juvenile back then, and I was rapping. I wasn't even singing, and yeah, I think Loud. I think was it Loud. I think it was Loud. They had Fat Joe and a few other artists that was coming up, and this before Fat Joe really got on, and yeah, they didn't want the group, they wanted me. So I made the executive decision like, nah, you gonna get the group if you can get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not leaving the group. You gotta get it's a package deal, whatever. So that never went through. But that's when I started being in the studio and started recording and stuff like that. But then I started then really recording, going to like a big studio. I started working with Neek the Exotic from Large Professor and Neek the Exotic. The Faking the Funk, talking that extra hard jump.
Right. Now you already know Nick, but that's my brother right there, Nick. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
so I started working with Neek. Neek took me to Freeze Records, and he took me to a lot of big studios. That was like really my first time recording a big studio with real engineers and seeing and then that he put me onto like the glitz and glamour of it. You know what I'm saying? And I got introduced to Large, and then we all grew a rapport, whatever. So that's how that started.
That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to Nick Exotic. Big
Hmm.
man. Okay. So what I need to talk to you about now is I know you have done tracks for Raw Flush. So tell me about your experience with working with him. How was that working with him?
That's my brother, man. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been working with Flush for over, I want to say like 15, 20 years, man. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of songs together, and with him, it's like, he'll call me at the drop of a dime, like, yo, Ford, I need you. And I'll be like, all right, I'm there. You know what I mean? So, I jump in the cab or I drive and, at the time, he'll put me in a car, what I'm saying? I get there, whatever. And, working with Flesh is dope because, Flesh, Flesh knows how to record, man. You know what I'm saying? He gets in there, he knocks it out. You know what I mean? Like the way he records these days, he's not even writing anymore. You know what I mean? Like he's doing it off the head. So which is pretty dope to see the evolution of what I mean, him from him writing and then what I'm saying to now he's not even writing. He's just like going off the top.
Like freestyling.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So which is pretty dope. But I've been working with Flesh for a while, so that's he's one of the artists I love to collab with.
Okay.
Are you working on anything right now? Anything in particular that may be dropping?
Nah, man, I retired. I mean, I retired from the industry because I just,
Tell the people why you
I,
retired.
say again.
I said, tell the people why you retired.
Yeah, I retired from the industry. I mean, I like not. Don't get it twisted. I still write. I still write. I still produce, and I still make records for people. But as far as for myself, I still do hooks. You know what I mean? That ain't never gonna stop. But as far as like me, myself being an artist, I got turned off a long time ago from it. You know what I mean? Like, I had a team with me and it didn't go too well and just there's a lot of back and forth. Business wasn't right, and I consider that to be my fault too because I was young at the time and I didn't really know the business, and that's something that I put on myself and something that I had to learn. Going through growing pains and learning it myself. So, I mean, business is very important in this business, and yeah, I took a L. I took a lot of L's. You know what I mean? I worked with Diddy, Dita Angeletti, you know what I mean? And, quite a few people, Big Chuck, who I work for, I wrote, man, there's a group from the 90s that I wrote a song for too. You know what I mean? They had I think the lead singer had died and they had another group, another guy filling to be the lead singer. But yeah, I wrote a song for them. I was writing a song for Next. Uh, I was writing songs. I was writing a lot of songs for people. You know what I mean, and submitting them. I had one opportunity to go down to Miami to work with Mary, but that didn't that didn't go through. But you know, like I said, it's like a lot of growing pains. So it really kind of you know turned me off from the industry.
Yeah.
And so now I just like freelance and do my thing and get paid to get in the studio. Once if I hit the studio, you gotta pay me. So you know what I mean. So dudes definitely show love, pay that bread, and they do what they want. But I still own the rights to the hooks and songs.
Well, I hate that because you have a beautiful voice.
I know.
Uh,
Oh, I hate
uh,
that, but I understand. I mean,
Yeah,
I
me too.
understand what you're saying. I understand
Especially
what you
after doing it
explained
for
to
so
us.
long.
Yeah, but you have a beautiful voice, and
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I mean, I still sing for occasions. You know what I mean? Here and there, people call me and ask me to sing at their wedding and or sing at a birthday party and stuff like that. So I still come through and do my thing on that level. But as far as like
okay.
become still being an artist, nah, I'm
No.
good with that. So I'm focusing on my daughter actually. I've been writing my daughter's whole album. So
Oh,
she's
okay.
yeah, she's up next. So yeah, she's up next. So I've been focusing on her, and
Okay.
she's been getting it right. She's gonna be a model in New York Fashion Week, and yeah, we're about to launch the next single, and about to cut this video, a couple of videos and stuff like that. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
all the
good.
focus is gonna be on her. Yeah,
So you still in it? You in it?
Mhm.
It's just your
yeah,
baby. Yeah, You passed it
Yeah,
on. You passed the torch over.
I love it too much to not be in it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I know
uh,
better way to continue the legacy than to be working with your daughter.
Right. That
absolutely,
has to be dope. I'm telling you.
Hmm. So who would you
absolutely.
like to write for? Like, is there anybody out right now that you would submit a song to?
um, right now, probably, I would love to collab with her. I think she's dope.
She is
Um,
dope.
I love SZA. I love Janae Yago. Male artists. I still love Usher. You know, what I mean, I had a couple of submitting chances for him, but it didn't fall through. I just went to go see Chris Brown. I love to work with him as well because I seen him I seen him work in the studio and I thought that was awesome. But there's a couple of people that I truly like, uh, that I definitely would work with or submit some songs to. hmm
Okay. So, where are some places that you have performed, when you were singing?
Uh, so I performed at the Beacon. Um, performed at Webster Hall. Also performed at what is this in the Village? Oh my God. Yeah, I performed there. I forget. I forget downtown. It's somewhere downtown, but there's been a couple of places I performed. Um, I think the best one because I used to sing in a choir when I was growing up. I was a church boy,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
and
that. I can tell.
yeah.
I can tell by your vocals that you was a church
yeah, I was a church boy. So, and I sang in one of the dopest choirs. I would say Friendship Inspirational Choir. I think that was one of the dopest choirs ever, in New York. And we sang at Carnegie Hall with the Winans. We sang at Lincoln Center for then President Bill Clinton. Whoopi Goldberg was the MC. Paul Schaefer was the MD, the music director, and Carly Simon was the special guest, and we sang in back of her. So that was pretty dope as well. Um, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was pretty dope as well. But yeah, I think Carnegie Hall and Lincoln Center was like the highlight of me singing and in my career. So that was like one of the highlights.
Okay, so
Intro. That's the group that I wrote the song for. Intro.
intro.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
They
okay.
were real popular back in the 90s.
yeah, yeah. Intro. Yeah. I wrote a song for them too.
So, do you like the writing better, writing for others better than you actually being out there yourself?
I do. I do. I like because it's well, it's good when you have a rapport with the artist. You know what I mean? You can tap into their mind, or what I mean, see what they're thinking, see what they want to talk about, and then you can like kind of like just visualize a situation, or what I mean. Like my mind is vivid, so when I write, I try to put picture to it, and I take my time, and some songs come fast, some songs don't. You know what I mean? So I love writing. That's my main thing. And yeah, I like it when someone takes my writing and executes it and makes it theirs. You know what I mean? That's the good part about being a songwriter when someone makes my song theirs. And I don't have to really produce them in the booth and tell them every ad lib to do and you know what I mean? Funny story.
Right. When it's like natural.
Right, right, right.
I gotta So I was, man, I shouldn't even tell this story. Um,
Uh-uh, tell it.
I might get somebody in trouble. All right. So one time I was working with Shaka Khan's daughter, Leanie Khan. You know what I mean? So I had wrote a song for me and her to sing, at this time, and went to go pick her up in Jersey, brought her back to the studio, and before we even get to the studio, I'm trying to tell her, "Yo, let's go over the song. Let's go over the song." She's like, "Nah, we can't even get there." I was like, "All right, you sure?" She was like, "Yeah. All right. Yo, we going by the liquor store?" Yeah, of course we going by the liquor store. Yeah, no doubt. You know what I mean? So we get down to Queens. Went to the liquor store. Give me like 2 bottles of wine. All right. What kind of wine? Get her wine, whatever. This girl, this girl was drinking some wine, man. You know what I'm saying? Like she was throwing some wine glasses back, and I was trying to teach her the song, and she was in there just sounding drunk. Now
Oh my.
let me tell you something though. Malini Khan, she has just as a great voice as her mother, man. Like her pipes are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like she can sing. You know what I mean? She got range and she sounded a little bit just like her mother at that time. I don't know how she sound now, but yeah, she was sounding crazy in the booth to the point where I was getting so upset. I was like, you know what? Come up out the booth. I can't work like this. Nah, and I kicked her ass right out the booth, man. I said, come sit your ass right down. And I put her friend in there, Gloria Ryan. I put her friend in the booth, and I think they stopped speaking because of that.
Oh
To this
wow.
day,
Well,
to this
she
day,
knew better though, cause that was business. You
Yeah.
came to do a job. You could
yeah,
have got some wine later. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
Do the
mean, she
job
could have got
first.
some. She could have got some wine while she was working, but you know what I mean. But don't get drunk
Yeah,
and where you can't
don't
work.
do
You
too
know what I
much.
mean?
Right.
Right.
Don't
That's
get too much.
crazy. Okay. Well.
Yeah. I don't, I, I don't, I don't oppose to having a little sip, you know what I mean, while we working, you know what I mean. But
Right.
don't get
But
drunk
don't
and,
do
and
too much.
belligerent, you know what I'm saying. You can't even execute, some notes and nah, it didn't. It was a bad look. So
Mm. Wow.
yeah,
Well,
I
we
hope it's.
appreciate you zooming in on us. And we would like for you to come back again because I know, some things were going on and you came in a little bit. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, we appreciate you just, chatting with us.
And be looking
I
for
appreciate.
part
I
two.
appreciate y'all having me, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we
Like,
need a part two so you can
Yeah.
tell us some more stories because I'm like this.
I got a whole bunch of stuff. I got some
Yeah, so we
stories.
definitely don't be surprised when we hit you up for part two.
And keep us
I,
posted about your daughter. What's going on with her?
Yeah.
Because we would
absolutely.
love to, like,
Here's some of her
let
music.
Absolutely.
everybody know, oh, she coming. She coming. So,
Yeah, definitely. Her name on Instagram is Tori Chanel. Tor. No, I'm sorry. Tor, yeah, it's Tori Chanel. ToriChanelle. Tori Chanel.
Okay.
And she's gonna be dope.
I'm definitely gonna go check her
okay,
out.
so you here. All right, guys. Y'all better be looking out for her. She coming.
That's right.
Okay. And we
Thank you
Excellent.
waiting
so
for her.
much. All right.
All right, y'all. Y'all
And
be safe.
tell Flush that we praying for him because I know that he had a cancer. He's going on with this. He's
Oh
trying to
yeah,
battle with cancer
yeah,
right now.
yeah. He's doing great now, man. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's good.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's doing great, man. They checked and he's looking much better, man. You know what I mean? So
That's all
we
right.
all excited and happy, man. God is good for that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
rooting for him now. All right. So
All right,
we
y'all.
Part
got
two. Don't forget.
part two now. Don't
Got
you
you.
be hiding.
Got you.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Welcome to Musical Playground. It's your co-host, Miss Parker, and it's your host.
Miss Ray in the building.
Back with part two, Mr. Fortune in the building. Thanks for taking time out to come finish up this interview with us.
You already know
That's right.
what's
I
going on,
appreciate
ladies.
you
How y'all
coming
doing?
in. Now we're gonna go straight into the questions now. Okay?
Let's do it.
Don't fight me over don't fight me over this question, okay? You ready?
I'm ready.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
ready. What's up?
All right. So in our first interview, we recall you saying that you worked a little something with Diddy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question to you is,
Oh
I want
shit! Here you go.
okay, it's not bad.
What's up?
It's not too bad.
I we just wanted to know how was it working with him? I know he got a lot of things going on right now, but we're not really going into all of that. But just how was it working with him?
Right. So you know, I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? He was in the room and just like overseeing everything, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So he was like on some Dark Vader shit, you know what I mean? Just like in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Just like in the back, overseeing everything. And me and D Dot, Derek Angeletti was like really doing everything, you know what I'm saying? It was weird because um people was telling me, you know what I mean, like, in the room is in Daddy's house, the big room where he had the pool table and it was like a walk up like sitting area. People used to tell me like, you know what I'm saying, when I was working in there, people used to be like, yo, you know this nigga watching you on camera right now.
Oh
Because
wow.
there was mad cameras in there. So people was like, your big homie watching you on the camera right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. Let's get right. So, but like, yeah, he was in the background though. When I finally seen him, he was in the background though. You know what I mean? Like, it
Okay.
wasn't like me, like working with him one on one, and you
Right.
know what I mean. It was for him, but I worked one on one with more so with Derek Angeletti, D Dot. That's his, you know what I mean. That they still tight to this day. So yeah, Mad Rapper. Shout out to Derek Angeletti, D Dot, Mad Rapper. That's my man right there. I call him General. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me a lot of jewels for the game. So that's my guy.
So was it a shock to you to hear all the things that he had going on right here recently?
Um, yes and no. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I mean to hear that he has, dealings with men, it's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? But back then, you know what I'm saying, like, with women, with the women and everything. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, New York City was wild. There was a lot of stuff going on in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people taking people home. There was a lot of things happening in the clubs. You know what I mean? There's a lot of pill popping, there's a lot of ecstasy going around. It was a lot of drugs. It was a lot of stuff going on in the 90s and early 2000s. So people was experimenting and going crazy. You know what I mean? So it was some, I knew there was going to be some stories later on about people, coming, you know, from back then, coming to light right now. Because
Right.
I seen a few things, but I'm not at liability. I'm not at, you know, I can't speak on it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my situation, so I can't really speak on it. So,
Right. We
you know what I mean?
understand.
But,
We,
I
yeah, we
seen some
definitely
things
understand.
that was just, it was like, oh
Victim of
shit,
him.
okay.
I
Let
can
me mind,
I can
let me
imagine.
mind my business. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So,
right.
yeah.
Okay, so what is the most surprising thing you have experienced within the music industry? It can be something negative or something positive, however you wanna, whatever you
The
wanna
most
share.
surprising thing is people don't want to pay. People don't want to pay you for your work, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks it's on the arm. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is free. Like, you know what I mean? Like people don't want to pay. That's the most surprising thing was the business to me. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, so gullible. Like I said, in the first half, just like, it just was shocking to me that, when you start asking for money, people start looking at you funny. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let me get a band let me get a band for that. And you're like, oh my God, man. But they spin that in the club. Like you watch these people, you know what I mean? Like buy bottles and throw 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And then when you ask for 1,000, you know what I mean? Just yo, Fortune, I need this hook. Throw me a band. You know what I'm saying? And let me keep my pub. Oh
Yeah,
man,
that
come on,
reminds me of
man.
something like a business. You know, like if you have a
Right.
business and then you have your friends
And your
and
family, yeah,
yeah, and
they
they
want a
they buying
discount.
Jordans. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
then you
man.
say your product is this amount, and they're like, "Hey, give me a discount." It's almost like
Right.
the same
Is
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
But they don't even want they don't even throw a discount. They like, give me the
Let me get it for
freebie.
free.
Let me get it for
Oh, that's a
free.
no.
Free is the
You know what
discount.
I'm saying?
That's
Like,
a
let me get that
no.
on the arm, kid. Like,
Yeah.
nah, man. We got bills to pay. You know what
Right.
I
Right.
mean?
It's
That's
still a business.
you know,
Right.
yeah. After
That's
a
a
while,
no.
it just got tiring after a while. You know what I mean? Like, when you set a price and and then you set a price and you stick with it. People stop calling.
Wow.
And you know what I mean? But that was for everybody. You know what I mean? Like I was doing that to to the hood dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we was sandbox though, if we came up from the mud on the same block and we still use grinding to get to it. Like queso. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean? This, my man Golf P. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing right now too. Like those guys I really truly consider to be brothers. So, I'll do anything for them, without charge. But normally, once I step in the building, that's 500 to $1,000 just to step in the building
Right.
now.
Just to come
You
in.
know what I'm
And
saying?
especially
And then
Right.
yeah, and that's before I even sing. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like and then now we talking something different.
I can
You know what I'm saying?
understand.
Like now, if you want a hook, that's a fee. If you want a verse, you want me to write your hook, that's a fee. You want me to write a verse, that's a fee. You want me to write a whole song, that's
That's
a
it.
big
Yeah.
fee. You know what I'm saying? So, the business was shocking to me. That was like the most shocking thing. Um and what people was doing to they call friends. Like I s- I I'm not gonna name names, but I've seen somebody, take a well-known producer, his beats, and sell them overseas because the producer wasn't using the beats, and he would sell them overseas, and let them know like this is the producer's beats, but I'm giving it to you for this price, so don't, what I mean, just you got, and then it'd be crazy because the producer's like, how do how does, what I mean, or the producers don't even know because it's an underground kid, you know what I mean, that but just by the name alone, they paying a couple of thousand,
Right.
for the beat.
mm,
So yeah, it's
that's crazy.
dirty, man.
It's
It's
That
dirty
dirty,
is.
and
dirty, dirty.
crazy.
I,
It's
So
dirty, man. So
when
I was
you
just
mentioned
like, wow,
queso,
man, this backdooring right here.
you mentioned queso. How did y'all
Yeah.
end up linking up? I know y'all. You got a feature. He has a feature on your song, right?
No, I have features on his
On
songs.
his song.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have quite a few now. So you know what I mean. But yeah, me and Queso, man, we've been down, man. Even when he did his bid, I went to go see him quite a few times. You know what I'm saying, when he was up north, and I always that was my guy, man. You know what I'm saying. Me, him, and Black. I always made sure that I stayed in contact with them, and when K came home. We just stayed in contact. I knew he was, you know, doing the rap, doing the his rap thing, whatever. So, I told him, I said, I always say, if you ever need anything from me, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I always consider him to be my brother, so he can get anything he want from me. You know what I mean? So we family. So he told me that this is the last hoorah, and he was gonna put all his effort into it.
Good.
I said, all right, I got you. And so he was like, yo, man, I need you. You know what I mean? I need you to come to the studio. We're gonna make a few joints and just pick whatever the hottest one out. The hottest one that we do. We're gonna use them. But all of them is turning out to be. pretty good. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
because I
So
can't stop listening to that one. It's nice.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, so
Mhm,
all of them has turned out to be pretty good. I mean, so
mhm.
it's just up to him. You know what I mean? I'm still helping him with the business side, so he understands the business. You know what I mean? So he don't get jerked and robbed, and that everything is
That's good.
on point. You know what I mean? And together. So yeah, I'm still working with him, man. That's my brother for
That's
life.
good. It's good to
Mhm.
have people like that in your
Right,
corner.
because you loyal. I'm telling you, because
Yeah.
some will be trying to
Before this
Absolutely.
just.
business gets shady.
Yeah, so
Listen,
that's
man,
good.
that's why I don't really deal with it too much. But it's different now because it's a computer age now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you could really go around the record labels and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you could do it yourself now. It's so different now. You could do it yourself. If you're consistent and you have just maybe like five people that's consistent with you and that believe in it, you know what I'm saying? Like you can get your stuff off the ground just by using that phone right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And just creating content every day.
Every
Every
day.
day hitting people in the head
Every
with
day.
content every single day.
Yep.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's why I tell my daughter, I'm like, listen, if you gotta be like a content creator. If you want this, you gotta post every day. People want to know,
Sometimes
their
multiple
attention
times
span
in
is
a day.
short.
Yep.
Attention span is short. So if you're missing, they're like, you know what I mean? But if you're in
Right.
their face every day, every time they scroll on
Frustrated by it.
timeline and you
Mhm.
popping in their face, they're gonna be like, "Who is this?" And then you promoting it and you pushing it. The algorithm is moving it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep. You'll see it
and
start to slowly increase the more you
absolutely,
engage. I
you
definitely agree
just
with
I
that.
agree with
yeah,
that
you
too.
you just you just have to have people that's down with you and that believe in you and
Mhm.
that's gonna move it the same way that you're moving it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And that's how it's gonna take off. You know what I mean? That's people don't understand. Like this is a different day and age. It's not where you need to get a record deal from a
Right.
label. You know what I mean? You
Right.
don't.
Doing
I
CDs
mean,
no
it's
more.
good. It's good to get a
Mhm.
distribution deal. You know what I mean? Because so you could be globally. Sell global, but you
Right.
don't really need it right now. If you're hot enough, they'll come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Trust. If you're moving units and they see that sound scan, they see what you're doing, and
Yep.
they see
They'll
how much
find
how
you.
much you getting, they're gonna be like, "Who is that?"
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's the
Yeah,
truth.
Right.
bring him to me. I want to know who that is. Bring
And
that guy
They'll
right
find
here to
you
me. I
too.
want to know who that is. So
so what do you say about labels that say, "Well, I'm watching you. I've been watching you," but it's like several that say, I've been checking you out." But
hmm
for instance, the person kind of sees them whenever they're out and about at little industry parties and stuff, and they always have
hmm
a conversation. They done switch numbers up. So what you think about a situation like that?
it's cool to be watched, but you know what I'm saying. What
Right,
else you doing?
right. What
You
is
know what I'm
the
saying?
yeah,
Yeah, I feel you watching me, but that don't shit.
right,
Everybody
right.
watching me. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm all about, you know what I'm saying? Like, show me something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
I
And this
done
is
been
exactly how
people
that person is feeling. They feeling like that too. Like, why is they always, yeah.
all that shit, all of that is ear candy. You know what I'm saying? It
Okay.
sounds sweet to the ears. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? It's very sweet. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but it's ear candy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just people just ear candy you to death. Like, yo, I could do this for you. There was a guy
Mhm.
named
Mhm.
I'm about to go there. There's a guy named Lee Diamonds. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You can't beat me up. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy named Lee Diamonds, man, that was out here talking about how he was 50's cousin or Shy Money's cousin and all that, and how he could do this for me and do this for me and my producer Suge. You know what I mean? And he just was name dropping all the time, just name drop and
Mhm.
to the point where it got tiring. We was just like, yo, shut up with you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, come on. Then it crazy because we lost touch with each other. You know what I mean? Like, cause me and Shug was like, yo, we ain't working with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he full of this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then we just somehow. we ran into him, and 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 he looked crazy, and we were just like, Lee Diamonds, what's up, son?
Right,
Hey,
50
baby,
cousin.
where you at? And he was like, nah. He was like, nah, baby, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still working, baby. We still working. You know what I mean? My cousin, man, he about to come to New York next. Still on the same ish, man. So we was
Mm,
like,
yeah,
man, get out of here, man. Listen. People be talking about they watching you and all that, but
right,
show that person something. You know what I mean? Like, if yeah, if somebody's moving numbers, if somebody's putting the work in, they moving numbers, do something for them.
right,
If you're in
exactly.
a position that
Yeah,
you can do something
remember
for them,
that.
then
Hmm.
do something for them. Don't tell them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I've been watching you and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's corny.
might be the
That's
break, the
exactly.
big
corny.
break they
Do
need.
something.
Right.
If you feel they got potential, yo, listen, I see what all right, now you can say, yeah, I see what you're doing. Listen, I want to give you an opportunity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or
Hmm.
I could put you, let me, I can make a call. Let me place you with this person. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, all of that goes a long way, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Instead of air candy and a person to death, man.
Hmm.
Like, come on, man, that shit's going.
I agree. I just
That's
want to know
right.
what you feel about that because I was feeling the same way. That's
Yeah, man, that's
why
corny.
I
That's corny.
asked.
Dudes be
Okay.
doing that shit too much, man.
They do. It's
And me
crazy.
lying. Some of
Yeah,
them.
They be lying, man. Come on,
and
man.
that's it.
Just lying for no reason, man. Nobody want to hear all of that, man.
They really don't. So, what do you think about acting? You think you might ever do some Tubi movies or something?
You know what? It's crazy you say that, man. I just read a script uh for this director in Brooklyn. Yeah, and a friend of mine, Christopher Pons, he he's been acting. He's been in quite a few movies. Belly 2, um,
Okay.
Joy Road.
Okay.
He was, that's Wood Harris. Wood Harris, one of his best friends. So whenever Wood Harris comes up, what I'm saying, up to New York, I usually get up with Chris, and what I mean, me and Wood Harris. I was in the studio with Wood Harris actually. Wood Harris is putting out an album. You know what I mean? Wood Harris from Paid in Full. Uh, you know, yeah, you know
Shucks.
Wood Harris.
Mhm.
Yeah, Above the Rim. You know what I mean? Like, he's in a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, so people been asking me. I would definitely love to act. So I just read a script too. So I'm truly thinking about it,
Go
getting
ahead,
into
because I can
acting.
see that. I can see
Yeah, I
that.
can too.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to get into that though.
Okay.
You know?
So, do you feel like the music today is more sexualized?
Hell yeah.
Mm.
But I can't front, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause we had some, in our day,
We
we had some
did.
It was kind of
some
undercover,
sexy,
though.
It was a
yeah,
little
some
bit,
sexy
but we
songs.
still had our artists that were pushing the
Yeah,
envelope. I
we
think.
had artists that, what I mean, we had Two Loud Crew. It wasn't any more sexual than that. Pop that pussy, hey, pop that, pop you know what I mean? Like, they was
Right.
going
It don't get no
crazy.
harder than that.
I'm trying to tell you, man. So, when Sexy Red, what I mean, she be like, my booty hole brown and all that. It's funny to me, but I know it was sexualized, you know what I mean? Like, but like, R. Kelly was very sexual. You had, Dina Howard, freak, like, you know what I mean? You had a lot of,
Yeah, we
we
had
had a
some.
lot of we
Yeah.
had BT Uncut, man. We had a lot of
Man.
sexual stuff
Yeah.
in our day too. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same energy, but it's just more visualized now
More
because of the
raw.
technology.
Would you
Right.
say
And
The
how
more
they
raw?
technology.
are. Yeah.
Is it more raw or about? I think it's.
It might be a little bit more raw
Mm-hmm.
because you know why? Because it was more men being sexual, being vulgar.
Right.
That's true.
Now
It's
it's
the
more the
women.
ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many female artists now, from singers to rappers, and the ladies is like, you know what I mean? Like
Don't leave
they
us
coming at it.
behind.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a bust. You know what I mean? They like they out here. They outside. Listen. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. It's to each his own. But I ain't mad at it. I have to keep my ear to the streets to know what's hot, what's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I hang around my son, my daughters. They young, so I be asking what's the new words out
Right,
here.
what's the lingo?
What's trending, and my son had put me on to what's this guy, man? Cobain, Cash Cobain. Yeah, put me on. I didn't know Cash Cobain was from Jamaica. He's from out here,
Oh,
from
okay.
40 Projects, and he was telling me, "You never heard?" I was like, "Nah, I never heard." This is like maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, and he was like, "He created Sexy Drill." I said, "What the hell is Sexy Drill?" Because I know what this drill rap is, but what's Sexy Drill? Then he
Right.
played it. And I was just like, this is pretty groovy. I like this. But you know what I mean? Then you see all these young dudes, they all dancing slow.
Yeah, they be
It's
getting
like
it.
it's like slow dancing, but you know what I'm saying, but to a rap song, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I just seen all these people slow dancing to a rap song. I was like, what the hell? I was like, this is different. I was like, this is different, man. You know what I
Let's
mean?
stay
So
doing something. This
but like I
generation.
say, yeah, I try to stay close to the young ones so I can know what's definitely going on in these streets
Right.
because they
Okay,
know.
so I know you say you were working with your daughter. With all that being said,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
you're her father and her manager. So how do you manage that? Like being both.
Well, don't let her mother hear that because her mother will say, "I'm the manager." Her mother ain't the manager. You know what I'm saying? But um, managing that, I mean, it's difficult at times, but it's pretty easy because it's difficult at times because my baby's spoiled. She's spoiled and she want it now. She want it now. You know what I mean? Like she wants things done right away, right now. And I have to keep telling her like it don't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to put the work in. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You can't just want want it now and you ain't putting the work in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I tell any artist that. Just like I was telling you earlier, you know, creating content every day, that's all a part of it. You know what I'm
It is.
saying?
It
Like you
really is.
can't you can't put out a song, then make like one Instagram video about it, and then
Keep sharing the
that's
same
it.
video. Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? Like that's
Mhm.
it's not gonna work like that. You know what I mean? Like you have to stack your bread. Like you have to put your money into it yourself. That's what's gonna make it feel more gratifying. If you put your money into it yourself, you stack your bread. You know what I mean? You find people. Well, I mean we finding the people, but still in all, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to teach her, to stack your bread and put the money into it yourself. So you
Right.
know
Do the
you know
same
the
stuff.
business. So you know the business. You know who to contact. You know what to say to them. You know what I mean? You can have a one-on-one with them. I'll be there with you to guide you. You know what I'm saying? But you just know how to speak to them. So she's getting it, but she's doing this. She's doing some modeling right now. She's doing New York Fashion Week, and she's doing LA Fashion Week. So you know what I mean. So she's kind of busy with the modeling thing right now, but at the same time, she's getting it. But like I told her, you have to put the work in. That's what any artist,
Right.
they have to put the work in. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you can't just think this shit gonna happen tomorrow. It could if you put the work in. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If you
Right.
put the work in and put the time in and the hustle, it could happen overnight.
And
Word.
that's what I was going to ask you to, what type of advice would you give somebody else, and you actually just did that, so you already answered my
Hmm.
question.
Yeah, man. To any artist that's out there, you gotta put the work in. You know what I mean? You have to put the work in. That shit ain't just gonna fall in your lap. People ain't just gonna magically call you. You know what I mean? Like you have to put the work in. You know what I mean? If you're there's this girl, yeah, I forget her name. There's this girl. She's a writer. And a singer. It might be better that I don't say her name because, you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna say some harsh. Now she's not the best looker. You know what I'm saying? She's not the
Mhm,
best looker. Um, the song that she's promoting is not the best song,
mhm,
but she's consistent. You know what I'm saying? She's consistent and she believes in herself. She has a confidence about her that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? My man be joking, sending me things like, "Yo, what the fuck is she doing?" And I be like, "Yo, bro, she trying to get out. She trying to get on, bro. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like she
right. You're
believes in herself.
trying. You
You know what I'm
putting
saying? She
in
trying. You not. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get on too. What the fuck is you doing? You're not doing nothing.
the
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't send me memes about her when you ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
work.
it's real though. You know what I mean? Like, I applaud her, and not for nothing, she is a great writer. I worked with her quite a few times. She's a great writer, and I think she's a great talent. You know what I mean? I just don't like the song that she's pushing. You know what I mean? I don't like the song that she's pushing, but she's consistent
Mhm.
and she's starting to get some traction on that song.
Mhm.
So you know what I mean, like that song in your head every day. You know what I mean, and
Right.
Right.
you're like, you know what I'm saying. You start singing it. You know what I mean. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean. Like after hearing it all this time, I found myself saying like, you
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit.
know what I mean. I'm like, like, okay, it's a little catchy. You know what I mean? Like, I guess after hearing it for so many times, you know what I mean? It's like programming.
That's what
It's just like
happened.
programming. You
That's
know what
what
I'm saying? It's
happened.
like programming. Anything repetitive, it's gonna be embedded in your head. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You hear it. You know what I mean? You keep doing it. It's gonna, you know what I mean? Be
Right.
repetitive in you.
That's
So
it. Wow.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah, man. So that's how to any like any artist, man. You know what I mean? Just gotta put the work in. You know what I mean? Gotta put the work in. Save your bread and make sure you cover your business. You know what I mean? Make sure you get your ASCAP. Make sure you get your publishing right. You know what I mean? Because ASCAP is just not the only publishing. You know what I mean? You gotta go to you know composers USA and publishing and all that other stuff. So you gotta be registered with like two different places, man. You know what I mean? And then not only that, but make sure you set a distribution up. You know what I mean? Like DistroKid, whatever, any of them. It's all that's just don't start putting stuff online and thinking you're supposed to be getting money and somebody just gonna send you a check and you ain't got no business right.
Right.
Right. That part.
It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you gotta make sure your business is good. You just putting stuff online and waiting like,
Right. Yeah, you
is a
got
check coming? I got 2,000 views.
to.
No
Yeah.
check coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't set up your business right. You know what I'm saying? So to any artist, set up your business. Make sure your business is good, your business is right. Make sure you give people their splits. If you get in a YouTube beat, make sure you get in contact with that producer. So, you know what I mean? Like y'all know what y'all doing, so it don't jack you later on in life if it does go somewhere. You know what I mean? So the producer winds up suing you because you used the YouTube beat
Right.
with his
Right.
beat
Hmm.
and you ain't even call him and get in contact with him and lease or either lease the beat or buy the beat out or you know what I mean he him saying you can use it, but y'all gotta have like a written contract of him saying it, not a verbal contract. You know
Right.
what I mean? Everything is done on paper. You got to cover your ass. So you know what I mean? I've seen that a couple of times where people use YouTube Beat, they start getting some money from it.
End up.
Yeah, niggas is
Yeah.
coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Niggas, they shut it down. They shut that whole thing down. So it gotta come off. It gotta come off the YouTube platform. It gotta come off your Instagram, wherever you have it at, your Twitch, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's coming off. They start playing it um on Twitch while he's playing the game. Off. All of it off. You know what I mean? He was getting a little bit bad from it, but you know what I mean. But not taking care of your business can mess up the whole thing. It can mess up your whole thing. So make sure you take care of your business. That's number one before you start putting stuff online, because people will start taking your stuff and you can't do nothing.
Yeah, you got no
Right, exactly.
backup.
You can't do nothing about it.
Oh, thanks for
So
doing
you
our
got
part two with us, Fortune.
I know you just
you
put some
already
knowledge
know.
out there. I'm sitting here
Yeah,
like,
that was some really good advice.
yes, because they
You
don't
already know,
know.
man. You gotta put people on game, man. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody put me on game until it was too late. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you know what I mean? Like, by the time I figured out the game, I was already out of it. You
But
know
we
what I mean?
appreciate
So
you coming through, and thank you so much
absolutely.
for
Anytime,
joining
man. I'm
us.
I'm gonna holler at y'all when I get out there. I'll be out there for 4 days.
Okay,
Okay.
cool, cool, cool,
All
cool.
right. I'll holler at y'all. Because I'm going to see somebody that's like two hours away from Durham. So I'm
Okay.
staying in Raleigh. So yeah. So I'll
Oh,
come and see
cool,
y'all.
cool.
That's
Okay.
right up the way.
Yeah, not that far from us. We'll see.
All right.
All right. So we'll holler at you, and thank you for coming through. We
For part
appreciate
two.
it.
Absolutely.
Feedback.
Anytime.
Gave us
Yeah,
that
man.
hot tea. Gave us that hot tea for part one.
You already know, man. Yeah. So if anybody feel away, come and get me.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. You got backup. We got backup.
All
That's
right.
it.
Thank you,
We
All
out.
right,
Fortune.
Thank
y'all.
you.
Yeah, you already know. Peace.
All right.
Live by the code of the street. Y'all niggas know me for me. Them niggas know me for we. All my niggas on D. Niggas stop sucking your teeth. We love coming for beef, so we coming to get it. You coming, you with it. When you come, you gon' get it. Cause when we pull up, it's lit it. You tough, quit it. All that tough talk, only digging you would did it. Just keep your composure. Headstrong for the soldiers. Low key for the cobras. Hand on pipe for the vultures. Every step is deadly, so every step is you ready. Every move is you focus, so let's get to the fetty. No talk, just grinding. Money come from putting time in. Get knocked, no whining. Make bail, keep shining. Long term with a roster, wrong turn when you gossip. Everything get hostile. You a walking opossum. Put my foot down firmly. If something concern me, it's K, nigga, you heard me? You heard me? It's K, nigga, you heard me? You heard me? Only the real survive. Niggas don't hear me clear enough. Only the real survive. Only the real survive. Can see the minds when it's time to ride. We all one side, sing you a lullaby. Said only the real survive. Can see the minds when it's time to ride. We all one slide, sing you a lullaby. Yeah.